Have you ever been relaxing and wondered if you would survive the harsh elements of nature? Probably not, but regardless, in today's video, I will be teaching you how to build a survival shelter that would get you out of the elements. This specific shelter is called the debris hut. I only used about 1.5 feet of cordage for it, and it can be made without any tools. But since I had them, I did decide to use them. So your first step is to collect some wood. Obviously, and if you don't have tools, that can be sticks you can break or whatnot. Now I make the tripod that will hold the ridgepole. Make sure these are tall enough, about chest height. To make the tripod, all I did was tie a simple constrictor knot around the two sticks. You can also use a taut line hitch as well, as that knot is very versatile. To tie a constrictor knot, you wrap it around once, make an X, and put the main line behind the X, then tighten. I'll put a video up on the screen. Then I simply lay a stick that's about a foot or so taller than you, and boom, you have your shape made. Now I lay sticks against it on each side. These are the ribs, or supports, that the debris will be put on top of. Now we have a skeletal structure of the shelter, and you can make it look tidy by cutting off the excess, but that doesn't really matter. Now it's time to put stuff on top of it. You can use anything, but I found a bunch of bark that came off of a tree, so I decided to use that. What's nice about bark like this is that if you lay it down right, it acts like shingles. I needed quite a bit of bark to cover the shelter completely, but there was enough. I needed a lot of bark.
All we've done is made the outer layer here.
But once I got all the bark laid out, it was time to fill in the holes. I used duff and simple debris you can get from the ground, but you can use pine, spruce, or evergreen needles, or moss, or dry grass. You gotta get creative with what you have. Now it's time for a very important part, bedding. I decided to use some dry grass since the debris on the ground are wet, and you don't want wet bedding. There was quite a bit of dry grass, so I collected a lot. Now that you have a lot of dry grass, you're going to want to spread it along the floor of your shelter like a sleeping pad. Now just to show that you really can use anything, I decided to use some moss to patch any remaining holes. And just like that, you have a little hut that should protect you from the wind, snow, sun, and rain. I know there are still holes, but if you just work on packing those up, you should be good for rain. Anyway, peace.